Hey everyone, welcome back to another reading section for the CELPIP exam. I'm Scott from HZAD Education, and today we're going to go through part 1, 2, 3, and 4 of the reading exam, and I will give you some tips and tricks on how to complete it perfectly. So let's get started, and towards the end I'll give you some more advice on how to speed up and ace this test. Right, so the reading comprehensive worksheet has 4 parts. The first part is a letter analysis. This should take about 10 minutes, so we have to move quickly. There are some questions here, as well as a second part where you look at the response letter and choose the correct sentences. Part 2 takes around 8 minutes. You have to analyze some type of graph or picture in order to find the differences between them. So I always suggest reading these carefully, then going down to the questions. Again, it's in paragraph format and a few questions below. Part 3 gives you 4 different paragraphs. Then you have to assign each of the content or the information to a paragraph. And if it's not stated, you can write the letter E. Finally, the 4th part looks a lot like the first part. However, it's more challenging and slightly longer. So you will read some excerpt from a website or an article, and then answer the questions down below, like such, plus 1 more paragraph. Today it's going to take us around 1 hour, but during the exam it might take you 45 minutes or 50 minutes. But I will guide you step by step. So let's get started. If you find this information helpful and you're doing the CELPIP exam, please remember to like and subscribe. So part 1, we have a letter. We know it's in a letter. It was December 5th, 2022 from Rev. Arthur Morrissey. Rev means reverend. This is like a priest or someone who works in the church. He is sending the letter to Frank and Joanne Leroy. This is their address. And so we know it is a physical letter because we don't put addresses unless it's an actual written letter. First, what you're going to do is skip the letter. Go all the way down to the questions. Read the questions so you know exactly what you are looking for. First question asks you where David's parents live. Now, because it's a letter, we'll find that in the letter heading up here. Keep that in mind. Second question, who are David's parents? So we're looking for connections, words that say your parents or your friend's parents or whoever the name is. The main motive behind the letter? Motive means reason. So what is the reason for this letter? How old is David? We could assume he is young, but how young? Arthur Morrissey demonstrates. So Arthur is the letter sender. He is the author. So he shows or he demonstrates something. These are all very positive words, but we need to choose the best. Whose birthday greeting is Arthur referring to? So Arthur, the letter sender, will be sending a greeting to someone. Then we'll have to figure out who. Okay. Let's read together. I will read through it. Keep in mind, when I read out loud, it takes longer than when you read in your head. So this will be slightly longer than normal. Dear Frank and Joanne, David's first birthday, I think that gives us an answer, is approaching, and I wanted to take this opportunity to greet you a happy birthday as well. While a child hardly realizes the significance of the first birthday, to the parents, it is a wonderful, joyous occasion as they pause and reflect on the events of the past year and 9 months. I don't have to tell you, but profound changes have taken place in your life, such as loss of sleep, sacrifice of personal time, juggling schedules, etc. With all of these changes, though, it is wonderful to have and hold a child created in the image of God himself. The Bible tells us in Genesis 1:26, and God said, "Let us make man in our image, after our likeness." What an awesome thought. that we are created in the image of God. He also assures us that He knows our future, and a matter of fact, has it all planned out if we only follow that plan. Jeremiah 29:11, "For I know the thoughts that I think towards you, saith the Lord, thoughts and peace, and not of evil, and give you an expected end." It is my hope that as the years pass, you will continue to make the church an important part of David's life. This will serve to give him a foundation for the storms and trials that no doubt lie ahead. Again, happy birthday to you, and if there's anything I can do to help, please don't hesitate to contact me. In Christ's love, Rev. Arthur Morrissey. Okay, we're moving fast, so stay with me. Where do David's parents live? David is the child that was just born. I think they said he's 1 year old. So let's look at the address. They sent it to David. They sent it to Mansfield Drive. That's the home address. And Wiltshire, CT. Oh, address. That is the city and state. Just writing this in here. So Wiltshire, CT. Now you don't need to know what CT stands for, but you need to find it here. Not this one and not this one. Why? Because those don't have CT. Wiltshire Church or Wiltshire, Connecticut. Church does not have a T. Connecticut has a T. The abbreviation is CT. That's the state in the United States. Who are David's parents? Well, David is the kid, and they sent it to Dear Frank and Joanne, the parents. Frank and Joanne, here we go. Those are the parents. The main motives for the letter. So the motives mean the reasoning for the letter. To show gratitude, demonstrate relevance to the church, encourage them to be great parents, greetings for his birthday. Well, he did a lot of these. He did show gratitude, but that's not the best answer because he did much more than that. He didn't really encourage them to be great parents. He just said, you have a lot of trouble ahead of you or a lot of new life ahead of you. He did speak a lot about David's relevance to the church. I hope David will be in the church for a long time. You have first birthday coming up. So both of these options seem fitting. But a huge part of this letter shows and tells the parents that David should stay active in the church. We could see that here. It is my hope that you will continue to make it a part of his life, serve it as a foundation. So because this took up like 3 sentences, it seems like the best answer for that question. Demonstrate the relevance to the church. David is turning. How old? He did say the first birthday. First birthday is 12 months. The author, Arthur Morrissey, demonstrates. Okay, he demonstrates a lot of things. Courteous. He is courteous. Courteous means kind and polite. Encouragement. He does encourage the parents to make the church part of the life. Hospitality. That means very welcoming. And he does invite them to the church. So for these reasons, D, all of the above, is a good option. Please note, when they give you D, all of the above, think carefully about it. There's a good chance that is the answer. Whose birthday greeting is Arthur referring to? So he is referring to one person, and it's not going to be himself because he is not talking to himself. Frank is the father, Joanne is the mother, and David is the kid. Now, he also said, happy birthday to you. Why do you think he said that? Remember, also, happy birthday to you. If there's anything, please don't hesitate to contact me. Greeting to you. Happy birthday as well. Now, it seems like the birthday would be for the baby, right? But he's not actually writing the letter to the baby. It's also the mother's birthday as she sacrifices the first year as a mom, and they use the capital letter U. So for this reason, it is the mother. Oh, that should be yellow. Joanne, the mother. Question 6 will probably be the hardest, but we have to think logically. Okay, now we're going to read a response letter and answer the questions below. With some of these questions, you might have to read on, continue reading, in order to get the context of it. Dear Rev, we are really thankful for you giving... Okay, honest response. No, there was nothing that he was very honest about, like, you need to do this. Sincere gratitude is an okay answer, but it's not the best. And encouragement, again, is not the best. The best here would be a sweet birthday greetings, because that was the kindest mention and the most spoken about. So thanks for giving your sweet birthday greetings on David's not growth. He did not grow, but he did not have a party. He did not have a celebration. He very carefully was talking about his first birthday. That was mentioned 2 times, maybe 3 times